Hello, hello. Hey, yo. Let's see what we're getting into this morning here. Good morning, Big C going ham. Good morning, Tepid Soup. Let's see what we're dealing with here. I would be lying if I said that I didn't get back into the game a bunch yesterday after my stream and do a whole shitload. So, what needs to be... Oh, you know what? We're doing this. This road that we built, I just got a mission to build it, even after it's built. But, NBD, got the dump truck right here. Silly. We're ahead of the game. Jeff is the man. Tan's Academia is the man. I'm going out the wrong ass way. Yeah. You about to get to work? That's what I'm doing. Getting to work. I'm going to stream with you guys for a little bit, and then I'm going to record the podcast. That's what I'm going to do. Shit, it's early. Sorry. I'm going to record the podcast. You've created a roadcrafting monster out of me? Hell yeah. I'm glad to hear it. I want everybody to be a roadcraft monster. So this will be my last stream for a while. I'm going to go on vacation after this. I'll miss you, but mostly I'll miss trucks. Happy to have one more with us. It's going to be hard to take a couple days off of playing this game. I'm so fucking addicted to it. Yeah, Balloon's not going anywhere. Still going strong. Off till Monday? Hell yeah. I'm going to go to Michigan. I'm going to go up to Michigan. I wanted to do I think I might have pitched it in regulation at some point recently, but maybe it was off camera. But I think it'd be fun to do kind of like the alphabet, but a color-based challenge where you spin a wheel and you have to eat orange or green for 3 days. Look at this dude just dropping sand where our sand already exists. White would be tough for me. Been an inspiration in my life for as long as I can remember. Thank you for all you do. Oh shit, no problem, Dat boy. It's very kind of you to say. Thanks for stopping by and saying hello. 6 hearts. Don't know. Thank you. Thank you for the hearts. What would you eat for blue? Oh, you'd eat blueberries. You'd eat blue raspberry stuff. You'd eat maybe sweet potatoes are kind of blue on the inside. Eggplant, kind of purpley blue. You get the right hue of it. Blue'd be tough. Blue'd be probably as tough as whatever letter I got. U. Ugh. Mark the Frog got my Lowe's coffee, 75 and raining. Got the Roadcraft. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Mark the Frog. It's good to see you this morning. I was just letting people know this is my last stream for a while, so I'll be missing you after today. Yeah, fucking blue Gatorade, Hawaiian Punch. That's excellent. There's a lot of blue candy, you know, blue Sour Patch Kids, stuff like that. Yeah, you could. I mean, I guess you could potentially use dyes as well, but I feel like that maybe go against the spirit of the idea of the contest. But definitely a conversation to be had. I love this thing so much. It's so fun to drive. A little top heavy, obviously, but so much fun to drive. Some eggs come out with a blue tint. That's true. It's true. Nothing beats red. Yeah, I think the safest flavor would be green. Orange would be tough. Be heavy on citrus, but not much else. Potentially some shellfish are blue. I don't know. I'm not a big shellfish guy. Now, I will say brown, brown and pink are probably the easiest. Yeah, blue corn. Yeah, you could eat blue corn. That's 100% true. Purple, you'd have eggplant. You'd have probably some other stuff. I don't know. I feel like purple and blue are probably similar in terms of availability. Look at this. He's doing fucking nothing because it's already perfect, but thank you. I guess you could do this side over here that I haven't done yet. Live for your die hard. That's cute. Oh, thanks for the sub there. You're my new favorite person on earth. What are we doing? We are playing a little Roadcraft this morning, just like we do every morning. A little rise and grind, drinking our coffee, getting our morning started right with you guys, priming the pump, as it were, before I... Can I have the... Thank you. Before I transition into Regulation Podcast. Today's Thursday, Regulation Day. So at 3 hours, I'll be recording the podcast. Very excited. Got some notes. Although I hear Andrew mentioned yesterday he's got a bunch of notes for today. He's got some stuff he wants to get to, importantly. So very excited about that. I've got 1 or 2 notes. Nothing crazy. I've burned through a lot of my stuff over the last few weeks. Thanks for saying that there. That's kind of what they're here for. It's Thursday. Holiday weekend coming up. Have you considered posting regulation content at 7 a.m.? I wake up at 6:30 and have to wake... I haven't considered that. I'm sure there's a reason we post at 8, but I can ask Nick and Eric. I'll probably forget to... I'll be honest, I'll probably forget to ask Nick and Eric. But you, I highly encourage you to ask them. 61 today. Is that right? No. 60 came out today? This week? 62. Hold on. I don't know. Hold on. I gotta look now. $63. Recording 63 today. That's right. Recording 63 today. 61 and 62 are in the can, and they're good. Oh, no, I'm just 50. I'll be 61 soon enough, if I make it. Look how smooth that lays, though. Oops. Oof. We done any coin flipping? I think we would probably wait until we had the regulation coin to flip. Some preliminary discussions have begun with the merch team about that. Excuse me. But nothing has happened yet. So we're probably a little ways out from that, as with a lot of our ideas. But we will definitely get there. We will definitely get there. I feel like I gotta redo this manually. I'm not happy with the coverage on that bad boy. Let's go do a pass of our own, huh? First off, let's make some room. Try to widen this bad boy out right here. No need to have a skinny road when we've got fat road features, you know? Like, who are we trying to impress? Ah, there we go. Alright, we're gonna start right here. We're gonna start here. There we go. Yes, that's right. Gonna make just a hair wider. Not quite a double lane, but wide enough that we don't have to sweat go around this corner. Celtics need to shed money, not pick up more. Yeah, Celtics are fucked by the CBA. Celtics had a good run. They did have a good run. What a great run. They're going to be retooling for a little bit. 26 is going to be a lost year for us, I believe. Probably finish. Well, it's hard to say because I don't think we're done making moves. I don't think we have a... I think we're going to get a center at some point. But, especially if and when we lose Al, without knowing how the team is, how the roster is going to fill out, I would imagine we're like looking for like a 6th place seed here. I think we're a playoff team, but not a deep playoff team. I think probably somewhere between 6th and 7th seed where we end up. With Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, unhealthy Jaylen Brown. Like, Jaylen Brown was pretty trash in the playoffs this year, but then it comes out that he had a torn meniscus the whole time, so I don't really blame him for not playing at the NBA Finals MVP level that he did the last playoff run if he was truly hurt. But between him, Derek White, Peyton Pritchard off the bench, if we keep Sam Hauser, he's a fucking sharpshooter, and then Anthony Simons is extremely offensively gifted. That's not where his issues lie. So I would expect that, not knowing how the starting lineup will be anchored at the 5 position, Celtics will be an offensively dangerous team still. Anthony Simons is definitely an upgrade offensively over Drew. Huge defensive downgrade, but definitely an upgrade offensively. So, you know, we'll see. I was raised in Tuscaloosa by an avid Spurs fan, so all I know is Roll Tide and Tim Duncan. I know Roll Tide. Well, I guess I know Tim Duncan too, but not personally. But how can you not, being a basketball fan and growing up in his era and living in Texas? Saw him play in the NBA Finals against the Heat one year. It was cool. It's interesting. It didn't really. It did some fucking. Okay, here we go. It's funny. It kind of undid my efforts. I've never seen it do that. That's okay though. Just made the. I guess I could probably lay down more asphalt, fix it myself, but we got bigger problems. Speaking of bigger problems, you know what? We should just tackle the big problem that we have. I discovered this yesterday after I quit streaming. We have a legitimate problem to fix that doing something I've never done before in the game. I was going to do it last night, but I decided that I should do it with y'all. Watching Roadcraft, playing Roadcraft is elite. Just got the YouTube notification that the next regulation mini golf gameplay just came out. I know what I'm doing later. Oh, I think it's the last one. Yeah, it's the back 9. I think it's the last of the DLC, so it might be the last. It might be the last mini golf game we do in 3D Ultra Mini Golf, unless I pitch an idea, probably in that video, where we do an audience submitted round of maps where they pick maps from the ones we've done and do like a greatest hits kind of thing. So this is supposed to destroy. I have got some. Look at this up here. I'm in asphalt destruction mode. Look at this. How do I... Ah, fuck. I didn't know I had AI running these hills. Alright. Excuse me. There's gonna be somebody behind them too. This is supposed to destroy asphalt. Doesn't seem to be doing it though. Okay. Doesn't seem to be doing it at all. That's fine. We'll just do it the other way. Let's just re-dirt it. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I do give a fuck about my better dump trucks though. You guys, hey, Abby, you guys are gonna have. Listen, it's dark days for the Celtics right now. Temporarily. Dark days for the Red Sox, for sure. I'm not really up to speed on where the Bruins are, but I think the Patriots are in a good spot. I think you got something to look forward to there. That truck did have a destroy mode, and I was on it, and it didn't fucking do anything. I've never used the destroy mode, and now I know why. So instead, we'll just repave the goddamn thing. Can't stop me. A bunch of bullshit. We'll just repave the motherfucker. Oh, fuck it. Do it that way? Nope, nope, nope. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Go. Stop. Crunchy or creamy peanut butter? I like both. When I was growing up, I was a crunchy guy, but I've learned to appreciate creamy as an adult. Oh, you and Robert share the same name? That's cool. Marshawn about to sign a 6-year deal at 37. Yeah, I think it's just like, it's like a cap space thing or something. He's clearly not going to play for another 6 years, but it was interesting. I think there's got to be some sort of... Oh, look, that tore it up. God damn it. After I fucking... Okay. Well, we'll do it this way. Nothing worse than crunchy peanut butter when you're expecting creamy. Need to get this bitch flat. Definitely not flat before. Actually, it had a seam in it, kind of like that right there that we just drove over, and it wasn't bad, and I just was fucking with it with the roller, and I just made it worse, and then everything I did to try to fix it made it worse, and it just kept getting worse. It was just digging in somehow. It's brutal. But hopefully... Hopefully... Let's see. How's that look? Better. Better. Not perfect. Alright, I'm gonna do one more pass through the middle, and then we're gonna be... Speaking of orange juice and getting milk, good lord, how would you make that mistake? How's that look? That's not bad, right? That's not bad. Okay. Spread some of the good stuff. Let's see what kind of a nightmare we create by paving over paving. It's the first time I've tried this. Man, in this game, you just throw cars around. You just have cars and equipment littering the map. I used to be in SnowRunner. I'm pretty good about putting stuff away, but not in this game. Okay. That's not a good sign. There we go. You know what? I think this might have worked out okay. Feeling alright about that. I was just gonna drive right over it. Not a care in the world. Ooh, this bad boy's brand new. Look at that. He's beautiful. Still shiny. I think I'd rather bite into egg salad than tuna salad any day. Is there a regulation holiday? I don't know. It's never really been discussed. Maybe like every year when goof time is adjusted, you know? That would be a regulation holiday. People seem to really... I had forgotten about it because, you know, we record a little bit ahead, but people seem to really latch on to goof time, which I'm jazzed about. Well, that'd be a fun thing to screw around with. Andrew's goof time. Somebody in the comments on the video yesterday, or on the episode yesterday, suggested a clock that you can buy that Andrew has the ability to change the time on from his house. Whenever he feels like it, he just adjusts the goof time to whatever it is, which I think is fucking brilliant. I don't know the logistics behind that or how difficult that would be to produce. I'm sure it would be cost prohibitive, but it's a funny idea. To have a clock at your house that somebody else controls the reset time on. Well, it's better. I wouldn't say it's pretty. It's got scars in it now and a big fucking mole in the middle there. Probably get rid of some of that. Definitely doesn't look better than it did. But hopefully it works better. Just want to beat that down a little bit. Beat this down. It's like the Road Lightning McQueen built. See, it does work. Like we definitely flattened that big bump out. So it definitely can be altered and manipulated after. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to take that as a win. I'm going to take that as a big win and get out of the way before the AI runs into me again. Fuck it. Okay. What should we do? We did that. Plot a route from the machine yard. Oh, I think I can do that now. I had to... What am I going to? Over here? Ah, fuck me. Alright. Well, first off, let's get these guys out of the way then. They're just gonna clog up the mess. I'll put you at the countryside base. Put you at the countryside base so we have crews everywhere. And then you need to get out of the way, sir. Put you at the countryside base too. Yeah, you can. The game doesn't encourage you to do that. I've done it a few times just to see. I don't know that it makes any difference at all, steamrolling over the sand. It's a step that, it's not a step that the game wants you to take, which leads me to believe that it's not. Doesn't really do anything, you know? Shit, this isn't gonna work either. Let me put these away. Uh... Okay. There we go. Starting from here. We gotta go where? Over here. Okay. So what we're doing here, if you've not played the game, is one of the mechanics is that you need to get supplies from point A to point B. In SnowRunner, you're the one that moves those supplies. You do that in Roadcraft as well, especially if it's mostly for supplies for shit that you're actively building to improve the infrastructure. But another mechanic of the game, and I guess this is what people say is like Death Stranding, is you plot courses for AI to then run the roads that you fix up, delivering supplies and resources. And then you have to babysit the AI to make sure they make it anywhere. Because they suck. Like, I don't know if they'll make it up this hill. May have to take them around the long way, which isn't a big deal, but, you know. Gentle curves are good, too. It doesn't like harsh angles. We'll see how we do. We'll just spectate this dude and see if the roads and bridges we built are good enough. You fixed my sunken map. The mobile base has a glitch where it can spawn duplicates of the rusty vehicles. It'll spawn them under the map, so you have to recover them and just park them. Oh, okay. That's cool. Good morning, Jeff. How's goes trucking today? So far, so good. We fixed a little shitty road issue we had, and now we're just sending some AI off to deliver some supplies. Hi, Jeff. I just want to say what an inspiration you and everyone else from AH have all... Well, let's not include everybody from AH. They were okay. Glad to see you're still making content and doing well. Thank you for everything you've done. No problem. Thank you, Reska. Thanks for showing up and saying hello. If the NPC trucks are moving in the opposite direction on the same road, do they know how to get around each other? That's a great question, Sage, and the answer is no. They smash into each other and then fail. So you have to take that into consideration. Hasn't been an issue on a map like this because I don't have a lot of routes going yet. It will be later, but on the previous maps I've done, yeah, sometimes I'd have to route people. I'd have to route NPCs a longer way just to make sure they don't run into other NPCs. Yeah, the AI is garbage in this. Thank you for streaming the past couple weeks in the early AM from... Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that it's been tough. Revlastic, I'm glad you've been able to hang out with us here and distract yourself a little bit. I apologize that this is the last stream I'll be doing for a little bit just because I got to go on vacation, but I'll be back. And these morning streams have become a thing. Like I'm just going to keep doing it. I'm an early riser anyway, and I like to get the day started off right. I could drink coffee and stare at TikTok and Reddit, or I could drink coffee and hang out with y'all. I'd rather do that. So when I get back from vacation, I'll definitely continue to do these. Once you fulfill the... Yeah, you can definitely delete it. I kind of like that they're out there perennially just running routes in perpetuity, getting in the way, and it just makes the map feel a little more alive. to me, you know? Whole. Oof. So I like to leave them going, but eventually they all just fail anyway. Do you think you'd try Death Stranding 2? Maybe. Seems like a lot of work to load up my PS5. But maybe, never know.
Dang, you know how to finish a road, don't ya?
Yes, I do know how to finish a road. Thank you for asking.
Maybe we can make it a racing
Where's steel pipes? Is there a steel pipe facility around here somewhere? Concrete slabs. Sand quarries for days. Steel beams, of course. I don't see a steel pipe manufacturer yet. No, there's one out here somewhere. Where are you? Is it over here? Can't be over here. No. Got this edge pretty covered. Gonna be out here somewhere. Out here somewhere. At some point, I'm gonna need to start making all these fucking steel pipes so that I can start installing them. I got 1, 2, 3 steel pipe jobs. No steel pipes. Maybe we should open the fucking map up a little bit today, huh? Who are you? Screw it. We'll open up the map with this guy. Yeah, there's a I'm the real me and there's a fake me that uses my old my Xbox gamer tag, I guess. I don't know why. Maximize confusion, I guess. This is on Xbox. Nice bridge. Wish I could say I made it. How are we already 40 minutes into this stream? Alright. I know I'm driving a dump truck, asshole. Look how beautiful these fall leaves are. This place would be paradise on earth if it wasn't for all the destruction and devastation. The world could always use a few more Jeffs. Then maybe people would not be confused by my name. That's beautiful over there. Look at that. Okay. Well, we're removing a little bit of the fog here. Do we want to go... That doesn't really take us anywhere, does it? That's going to be a dead end to the water. Turn around and go... Is there a way to go back into this mess? Maybe come up through here. I'll just turn around and... At least I have a tracked vehicle, so it shouldn't be too bad. Something peaceful about hearing me speak calmly and drive through nature. Yeah, I've been keeping the balloon up just because it freaks people out. It scared the shit out of me yesterday when I was watching TV. I guess 2 days ago now. Man, how much do Wednesdays suck because there's no Love Island, huh? This night was rough. I did watch some of that show that was recommended to me, Ludwig, though. That was pretty good. I haven't finished the episode, but I got into it at least. Oh, that's where I wanted to go. I went too far back. Okay. Maybe I'll go this way. No, I don't want to go this way. I watch both, but I'm not up to date on UK. And I'm really not enjoying it nearly as much. I'm pretty sucked into US. Wednesday's the best because regulation pod comes out. Oh yeah, I guess so. I guess that's true. So this is, I'm confused. Is this where I was thinking I was gonna turn? This is where I thought I was gonna go? Well, clearly, I'm stupid. Stop. Break, dumbass. So that's all just water. Water. So nothing to be gleaned from that direction. I guess we keep going over this way. Where's that new SUV I have? I unlocked a badass little truck yesterday, the Lynx. Let's drive that instead. Yeah, all right, let's try to go left. Lots left, apparently. Oh, we got a little need for a bridge, looks like. Okay. Got some concrete here waiting for us. Can I make a concrete bridge? No. Because there's no concrete slab. Bring rubble of the... Why isn't the concrete slabs... Hold on. Is there a turn the concrete... Figure out the reason for the blackout. Repair damage in the piping system. Bring the generator to activate the water gate. Bring logs. None of these are missions to make this bridge. I'd much rather use concrete to make this bridge. Is there rubble I can bring in right around here just to see if it works? Man, I don't like most people on the US version now. It's really wild how back and forth it goes. What is that? I don't want that. Is there any concrete laying around? Are those good pipes? Are those solid pipes? It's hard to tell sometimes what's set dressing and what's actually usable. Those are bad pipes. Those need to be recycled. Can I get a chunk of concrete anywhere that I can test recycle with? Just one chunk of concrete. Oh, there's a pipe needs to be replaced. One chunk of concrete. Just a chunk of concrete. No? Nothing? Slim pickings, huh? Go check up there. I much prefer making concrete bridges over any others. There are certain circumstances where I'm okay doing wooden bridges, but I don't think this is one of those, unfortunately. Man, there's really no concrete here, huh? God damn, okay. What is around here? Shelly, Sierra, and Olandria seem like mean girls to me after the letter opening night. I was disappointed. I was big Olandria stan, and I thought that was disappointing. Still like her. I just a little bummed by the way she handled that. Okay, so there's no place to make steel beams so far, or steel pipes so far. But I need steel pipes. I can buy them, I guess. Is there a sales place? Probably far fuck away. Yeah, over here, right? Yeah, construction depot over here. It's a long way away. Let's just try to fill. No, I can't. That's just all water right there, right? Where am I? So I need to go out this way. What is that? Okay, that's all the water, I guess. Water. No, it was over there. So what is over here? Can I come out here and... Yeah, okay. Where am I don't think how they're treating Ace and not responding to his valid questions of why we put boundaries up if you only want me to follow them is also really fun. Yeah, I got issues with Ace too, but I do agree with that. The whole thing is, it's just interesting. It's interesting to watch this generation navigate dating. I read somewhere that the thing about these kids is that a lot of them were COVID high schoolers. And so I think they're just maybe developmentally damaged a little bit or behind from having to go through something so shitty at such a young age. Losing a year of socialization, you know? People don't seem like they understand how to date or have relationships. Okay. That's another fucking bridge. We're on a bridge to nowhere. You know what? You know what? We could do a wooden bridge here. And that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Just to see what's over there. Okay. How many? 5. That's not bad. Now we just need to get the fucking thing over here. How do I get the thing? Where's the closest? That's a long way. Also a long way, but slightly less long. So let's... Starting to have so many. There we go. Is this the rusty one? You know what? Let's see if we can buy one. Do we have access to a nice one? Yes, we do. Tree harvester or log grabber loader. Tree harvester is the one we want. Let's buy it. Buy the nice one. It's another thing that's a little wild about it is apparently Shelly and Ace knew each other and maybe even dated a little bit outside of the show, before the show, which is crazy. There's all kinds of theories about how intentional these kids are being, trying to produce their own stories. He apparently liked a ton of Hutta's photos on Instagram before Love Island started, and he was definitely, verifiably, supposedly, in some sort of a relationship or situationship with Shelly ahead of time. So, I don't know. I don't know what to believe. Good morning, Rafe. Wife and I noticed we had issues socializing following years of COVID. Absolutely. Why wouldn't you? Everybody would. I did too, you know? And knowing how much it affected me in my 40s after a lifetime of socialization and watching my daughter go through it, you know, Millie's first year of high school was COVID. So she she had her entire first year of school online through a fucking Zoom meeting. So I know the damage that did to her developmentally, you know. It shouldn't be denied that they went through something that we all went through at a very difficult time, but for them at a critically difficult time, you know. High school is where you really figure out the basis of socialization and how to interact with people that you like and don't like. You know, it's the primer for how you're going to interact in society going forward, and to lose fully 25% of that to being online, living in a remote world, I can't imagine the long-standing effects that has on a person's development and psyche. Nah, I'm not a big into anime. Hero. I've not watched One Piece. I'm familiar with it, but it's not my thing. Ooh, I'm gonna be down there. Get there at some point. Yeah, I hear you, Booty. I don't know if that's a healthy way to approach life, but I'm sure not, I mean, you know, humanity's not a monolith. We're all going to feel differently about different situations, but I'm sure that COVID was a good thing or at least the isolation was probably a good thing for some subset of people, but I think for most people it was pretty catastrophic, especially for the youth. Okay. This is going to be a fucking dead end right here. No? Kind of. Where's that going to get me? Wrong way. Where am I going? Where the fuck am I going? I'm getting lost now. Where's my bridge? Oh, it is over here. Okay, so I need to get... Where the fuck am I? I feel like I'm going the wrong way then if my bridge is over here, and I am. I need to get onto this road so I can go all the way around. Jesus fucking Christ, man. It is not... Okay. Well, we're just going to have to figure it out. Can I bomb this? Okay, I can do it that way. All right. Thanks for the sub, Will. It's weird, though. My 16-year-old daughter acts more like she did developmentally 12, but my 14-year-old... Yeah, I mean, kids are all different, too. Every kid is unique. Basketball goal. Was that the way I wanted to go down? Is there a way? What am I doing? I can't. That's not going to do me any good to go back. Is that going to do me? No. Not going to do me any good to go over here. I need to get up over there. What if I go over this way, though? That might not be... That's the way I want to do it. So I just need to cut into these trees and make it through alive. Luckily, I have a tree cutter with me. So if I run into any problems, I'll eliminate them. You just drive over trees in this game. It may not seem like much, but those trees in SnowRunner fuck your world up. The idea that you can just drive over them in this game is wild. It'll never not be wild to me. Hey, what's up, Will? Willis Bergman? Willis? Will is? Is it Will is or Willis? Well, of course, yeah. Most kids... I'm a child as an adult because I matured too fast as a youth and had to deal with too much heavy shit as a kid and psychologically rebelled when I became a grown-up and tried to reclaim my youth by being a bit of a Peter Pan, as it were. At least that is my own dime store analysis of what's wrong with me. I'm not going to complain about that because I made a hell of a career out of it. Yeah, GMG is out. That's right. Episode 2 comes out Monday. Hey, Soul Claim. Hey, Milkman. Dude, that's some fucking swampy, boggy shit right there. Ugh. Had to learn early how to take care of yourself. Yeah. No worries, Ricky Stanicki. I loved your movie. That's not true, I didn't see it. But it looked good. I'm sure I'll watch it at some point. Let's make sure we're doing right. Easy Street. Easy Street. That's what we're on. Oh, thanks, Soulclaim. If you're not familiar with what I'm up to these days, this is the point of the podcast. What? This is the point of the stream where I tell you that I'm doing stuff. The whole reason I stream here in the mornings is to remind people of the Regulation Podcast, which comes out on Wednesdays with Gavin and I, and some other idiots. And the Regulation Company in general, where we do gameplay and live action and streams and podcasts and everything that we ever did at Achievement Hunter, but funnier and better now. Congrats on doing stuff. Thanks. Look at this beautiful road. Panton Bot. He was. I was at the office yesterday for a little bit, and he was running around, hanging out with Eric. They were doing stuff together when I walked in. The Sony thing is on hold. I just got too into games, and I like the idea of going back and playing all those old Sony games I never played. But I've just been having too much fun playing existing stuff, you know? Really, all I want to do for the foreseeable future in terms of video games, outside, of course, of playing games for work, all I really want to do is this. I just want to play Roadcraft. I just want to play Roadcraft forever until I die. Nick was not taking a shower when I walked in. Although I found out that the shower count is up to 2 people now. I don't want to spoil anybody's thunder, but somebody else is taking a shower in the office. There has been a second shower in the office. Yeah, we get fog too. Not as bad as I used to get when I lived in Alabama, but we definitely do get fog here. I kind of want to see what's over here, though. I'll do it next. We'll do it in the appropriate vehicle. I am, upon reflection, I'm pretty jazzed that I didn't. Yeah, you're right, Andy Tomo. I'm not mad about not being in the heists. They're like 15 parts in or something, and I similarly, Andrew, Gavin, and I did a full playthrough of Gears 5 on the hardest difficulty, and that's like an 18-parter, I think. So having a maxi series like that of incredibly difficult video game, one is enough. one is enough. I'm happy that I did the Gears thing. Happy to sit out of the ice. Thanks, Wax. I did like 3 setups they don't need to. That's them though, you know. That's just how they roll. All right, so we're not here yet. That's the other. Can I approach this bridge from the other side? That's funny. Wonder if that'd be easier. Oh, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah, I saw that. The guy wearing the regulation shirt on Adam Savage's thing. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's still, after all these years, seeing somebody wear your merch in some unexpected random way is always really exciting. Unless it's somebody wearing a Rooster Teeth hoodie on Chris Hansen's show. I could have done without that one. Yeah, and Gavin and Adam Savage are, I don't know if they're friends, but they're pretty friendly. They work together fairly regularly. Like, I know he was just here doing stuff with Gavin not too long ago, I think. Gavin is very quietly friends with a lot of people, though. The interesting thing about Gavin is he doesn't really talk about it, so you don't really know. Even if you're his best friend, you don't really know, always. Regulation hats? We do. We have a, I don't even know if we've announced it. We've teased it. We teased it on some live videos. I think I wore it in the stream Friday. We have a patch hat coming out to complement the patch shirt. So if you have a patch hat and a patch shirt, you can transfer patches on the fly. We'll have the patch out soon, so you can have additional patches. It'll be a patch world. Man, this is fucking slow. Yeah, Gavin likes to film that cheese rolling thing. You want the hat I'm wearing right now? It's a Las Vegas Aviators hat. Just go to a AAA baseball game. Regulation gameplay condoms? Those aren't our kind of games. I mean, there's patches on the way. We have our... The whole reason we created the regulation patch shirt was so that you could buy one shirt and then switch out patches and essentially have like 5 shirts. And so we launched it with the original butthole patch, which is just the logo. And now we have 3 other patches on the way that we'll be selling in a 3-pack. And then the patch hat will come out, and you can transfer patches between hat and shirt. Hat's really nice too, by the way. If I do say so myself, as a hat guy, pretty proud of it. Where am I going? The wrong ass way. Okay, I just need to take a right. Oh, I can't. Ooh. Okay, I can't get around these train cars. I already tried earlier, so it's a good time. Good thing I caught this here. We need to alter course. I hate when tracked vehicles have trouble. You're tracked. This is what you're for. Let me up this hill. Let me up this hill. Thank you. Let me down this hill. Let me down this hill. Make sure I'm going right. Ugh, boy. Yeah. Yeah, this should be it. Wow, these are Velcro patches. Made to be taken on and off at will. No snakes yet, Hefty. No snakes yet. But every day draws closer. The snake follows. The snail I'm not worried about. It's the fucking snakes that I worry about. I'll step on a snail. Catch any good shows lately? Like concerts? No. I'm going to go to Riot Fest in Chicago this year, though. So I'll see a bunch of stuff there. Alright, so... I'm going to show you guys a real fucking half-ass workaround that I discovered that I absolutely love. It's been working really well for me. My least favorite thing in this game is cutting logs, and then... I actually don't mind cutting logs. My least favorite thing in this game is trying to load those logs after you cut them into... There's tools for it. They're supposed to work great. They don't. They're a pain in the ass to use. Trying to load the logs into a log truck is a touchy subject. But what you can do, because you just need to get the logs to this spot where the bridge is. So what I've... Oh, no. Don't you fall over. What I've been doing is just driving this thing over, cutting out the middleman, and then process the log right here so that it drops right into place. And it works like a fucking charm. Watch this. Woo. So proud of myself for figuring that out. You know how much time that saves? That saves so much fucking time in this game. So much fucking time. As long as you are building a wooden bridge near trees, you are set. Okay. Brakes. Oh, Jeff. Yeah, the long crane sucks. I got bound and determined the other day when I had to make a wooden bridge finally. I've been avoiding it through most of the game, through the other 5 maps or whatever I've done. I got so annoyed having to make a wooden bridge the other day, I decided I'm just gonna get good at this. I'm just gonna figure it out and get good at it. And then after I fucked with it forever, it dawned on me, I don't need to get good at this. I can just circumvent the whole fucking thing by doing it this way. Make sure it falls mostly into the... Whoop. Perfect every time. That's what we call a pro tip. I feel like Farm Simulator, I've played it a bit. We used to do videos occasionally in Achievement Hunter. And I played it a bit with the Truck Boys. I feel like Farm Simulator is just like this game, but with none of the fun. This game has a... it's like a mix between arcade and sim. Which makes it... I don't know. More fun for me, at least. Yeah, it's a beautiful game. Absolutely beautiful. Two to go. Yeah, this will be fine. More of the realism is the controls for crane type machines are closer to how they are IRL. Got to control each section of the crane separately, yeah. Oh, do it, dude. We're about to have one hell of a bridge. I think after that might be where we have to call it for a day as I get ready for regulation podcast today, which requires my full attention to prep for. Well, we have to cross the bridge and explore a little bit, but yeah, then we'll be done. Did Expeditions not really catch on? I didn't really play it much outside of the initial videos we did, and I played it a little bit more. I was just still really into SnowRunner, and it was different enough that it just didn't grab me. However, I was talking to Antonio about it recently. This game has grabbed me so hard, and the thing about Expeditions was it was like just the exploration aspect of SnowRunner, and then this is just the fixing the terrain aspect of SnowRunner, and it does both of those things that you can kind of do in SnowRunner, but you do them way better in these individual games. So I think Expeditions is definitely worth going back to and re-exploring, because I think if I put the time into it, I'll enjoy it just as much as I enjoy this. I just have to do it, but it won't be for, you know, anytime soon, because I have a million hours of this left to play. And we got an extra log out of it for some reason. Log never went away. That's weird. Okay. Let's test out this bridge. One Poco Loco says, finally able to catch you live. Ever since I learned you stream, I've been watching you since 2012 and have been the best entertainment for me. Oh, thank you. Movies and shows, you put on a lot of good shows and movies. I didn't know what it was, but I always loved you guys talk about TV celebs and more. Oh, well, thank you. Well, hopefully, if you don't already, you'll check out the Regulation Podcast, the main gig that Gavin and I do now. Because there's plenty of that. Oof, I gotta get rid of that log. Plenty of that. I've never played Satisfactory or Tectonica. Gus likes Satisfactory a lot, which leads me to believe that I probably wouldn't like it, but that's okay. I'll give it a shot at some point. I'm open to all things. I'm just, you know, really enjoying this thing right now. If and when I get tired of Roadcraft, I will look for a new obsession. For sure. But I think it's going to be quite some time before I have to deal with that. So whatever this is, industrial plant or something. Oh, it's a garage. Did I just unlock a garage? Oh, I wish I didn't lose that. Will it tell me here? No. Do I get a mission for it or something? Anybody see what that sign said? It said something like, this is a garage. But how do I turn the garage on? Do I just have to wait for a mission to activate it? That's annoying. This is a garage. There are garages at all the bases unlocked. Here you can purchase vehicles and access your vehicles. Yeah, I would love to do that. Can I do that? You're giving me the cuts? Yes. No. No. Ah, there you go. I gotta do this first. Alright, one last mission. We're just gonna go do that. No, that's not even all we need to do. That's just one thing we need to do. What do I think of the Miles Turner trade? I think that Milwaukee's grasping at straws to try to keep Giannis in any way that they can. I think that he's a good player. I think that Indiana wasn't going to give him what he thought he was worth. I think that he has perennially been listed as a trade asset and in trade talks for that team for a very, very, very long time. I think it was exhausting for him as a player to constantly be coming up in rumors of being moved. And I think that after the success of the Indiana run, he knew that his value was at an all-time high. Sounded like Indiana is throwing in the towel on next season because of Halliburton's injury. And so he knew that he would probably never have another opportunity like this to maximize his value. And so when Indiana didn't want to give it to him, he went to their bitter rival, Milwaukee. Ballsy move. What do they say? It's a business. NBA is a business. What are you going to do? I like Miles Turner. I think the coolest thing about Miles Turner is that he's a Lego dude. I don't know why, but I love that. I don't know why Indiana doesn't value him or didn't value him more than they did. I'm not saying he's a max contract guy or anything, but he's a pretty solid dude who did nothing but bust his ass for them, at least as I could tell, a non-Indiana fan. You should play video games with AD again. Yeah, I think that AD probably doesn't remember I exist, but I am happy that I got to play video games with him one time. He was a very nice dude, very cool. And he put up with me begging him to play for the Celtics, which I thought was really kind of him. Until he didn't take my advice. The Fever? Oh, man. The Fever are everything that's exciting about basketball. The WNBA in general is in such a good place right now. It is such a good product. It is genuinely thrilling. Very rarely do I watch a phoned-in bad WNBA game. I feel like most of what I watch in the NBA is phoned-in bad NBA games. You know what I mean? So I just got a gate here. Is that all I'm doing? I'm very pro. Why don't I just switch to this bad boy? Pro WNBA. The Clark-Reese rivalry is entertaining. It is. I could do with a little less of Caitlin Clark getting knocked around like a fucking pinball every time she's on the court, but that's for the league to fix. They gotta do something about that. Well, that wasn't what I wanted, I guess. I guess we'll just go see what happens if we bomb this hill. Damn. We almost made that. Almost made that. Oh well. I didn't expect to. I was being silly. We still have the dump truck over there we can use. Yeah, the officiating's... They gotta get it under control in the WNBA. Watching your stuff since Season 2 of RVB. Thank you for the years of entertainment. Happy for you and the Regulation Boys in your new space. Thank you so much, man. We, still dealing with a lot of summer travel and stuff, so we haven't spent as much time in the office as anybody would like to, but I was there with Eric yesterday for a little bit, and it was really nice. Just to be there, you know? One thing I love about this game is if you go into the menu and you forget to take your put your brake on, the car just goes. You look back and you're not even anywhere close to where you were. Or you're upside down. From this angle. Did we ever figure out what the white powder was? No clue. I haven't really thought about that. We just don't open closets. Okay. I just forget to put the brake on. All right, I reached the location. Is that what I'm doing here? Yeah. Deliver object from the machine yard. Deliver object from the machine yard. How big are these objects? How close am I to the machine yard? Do I have any vehicles in the vicinity of the machine yard? Do I have a base in the vicinity of the machine yard? I do. I have the tunnel base. Take the long way around. So, what are we thinking? A mule? Probably a mule does this. Tell you what we'll do. We'll drive the mule over there and we'll stage it. And that'll be where we stop for... That'll be where we stop for a while. So long that I won't even remember what we were doing when I come back to it. Okay. Any 4th of July plans? I'll be on the road. I think we'll be somewhere around St. Louis or Cincinnati or Indianapolis, depending on how we drive. So probably try to catch the festivities in whatever Midwestern town we're driving through. But it'll definitely be a travel day for us. God, that's so much better, though. That is so much better than it was. It may not look beautiful, but... The very first thing I did in this map when we started playing was this road up here we're about to come to that I almost never use. Yeah, I'm going to Michigan, obviously. I'm going to try to do some house hunting while I'm there. Yeah, we have houses to look at. We've been talking to a realtor. Nothing... I haven't seen anything online that feels like the one, you know? But it'll really just depend when you get there and start looking at places in person. Actually walking the spaces makes a big difference. Makes a big difference. When I'm in Michigan, I'll have a full setup. Like, this is in the far undefined future, but when I eventually find myself in Michigan in a house that I live in, partially, because I'll still live in Austin, I will have a full streaming setup up there. I'll just duplicate what I have here. Maybe not quite as robust as what I have here, but close. And yeah, I'll just be able to record from up there. I'm actually going to record while I'm there. We're going to do some test recordings. My brother-in-law is Kent Nichols, the Ask a Ninja guy. And so he's got a full setup. And I'm going to try to use his equipment and see how it works and sounds. Kind of test remote recording for me. So I think we're going to do a couple, I think we have 2 drafts we're going to record while I'm in Michigan. And Wheel of Decades. Yeah, I think we're going to actually record Wheel of Decades while I'm there. Well, like I said, when I do move to Michigan, it won't be a full-time move, and it won't be moving away from Austin. It'll just be a second home that I can go to, that I can afford, because I can't afford a home in Austin anymore, that I can store my stuff, because my wife and I moved from a 2,400 square foot house to a 1,700 square foot house, got rid of half of our shit, and we're still overloaded, so we'll take everything that we don't need here, move it up to Michigan, and then...
The machine yard is still standing. With our usual luck, there'd be a crater instead. Yet, here it is. And it just needs some dust brushed off. I can hardly believe my eyes.
Okay, interesting. Going the wrong way. Yeah, so I'll never say never. At some point, I guess I'll potentially be there full time, but not anytime soon. I'll be in Austin for the next decade, probably. I'd like to be in Austin forever in some capacity. I just can't pay the property taxes here anymore. So I'll probably be a renter for the rest of my time in Austin. Unless you guys turn regulation into like the Joe Rogan podcast and we're getting $100 million contracts and shit, then I'll probably find a way to make it work. But I don't foresee that being in our future. What's your advice on a 25-year-old with an average job? Should they get a mortgage or rent in today's time? I don't know. I mean, it's so regionally specific now. I don't know what to tell you. I bought my first house at 23, making $8 an hour, and it was tough, but we made it work. I feel like we're in a very different world now. I just don't know. Can I fit both? Maybe. What time is it? 9:20? I feel like we could do this before I quit. I feel like this won't take long. And we're already essentially there. Hey, that's not bad. How far do we gotta go? Oh my god, where are we? We're so close. Might as well do it, right? Yeah, okay. Is Jeff typing? That's not me. DG Jeff isn't me. That's somebody who took my name. I'm fake Jeff. I'm talking, not chatting. Or not texting. Ask the fake me what it stands for. Yeah, it's Drunk Gamers. Did I enjoy the corporate time of Rooster Teeth, and would I do it again, and why? It's a hell of a question. I enjoyed elements of it. It was nice to have backing and support and a budget and infrastructure so that you could do bigger and larger ideas and have a support staff to help do it. I mean, all that stuff's super useful and important, and made working in collaborative ways a lot more doable. Having a team of hundreds of people there to support the content that you're creating is not to be underestimated in terms of how useful and cool and awesome that is. But Rooster Teeth got away from me. I was not Bernie and Matt. I didn't want to grow and expand in the way that the company did. I wasn't opposed to it. I don't want to sit here and sound like I was against it. I certainly wasn't. I just didn't have the vision that they did. I didn't have big eyes. I had pretty small eyes. And I liked being in the spare bedroom, passionately creating content with my friends. So when Rooster Teeth grew to where I felt like I no longer had that aspect of it, I created Achievement Hunter, and I created a new spare bedroom, and I hid away. Made video games with my friend, or made videos with my friends, and then eventually even Achievement Hunter outgrew that with Let's Play and the family and all that stuff, and I thoroughly enjoyed every aspect of that. But at some point, it got away from me, and it got too big, and I created Fuckface in a new bedroom and hid away. And when Warner Brothers saw fit to turn off Rooster Teeth, we created Regulation in a spare bedroom with 5 people, and that's where we're gonna stay. I don't know if you kind of look at my history, it's just a history of me recreating 5-person entertainment companies. The difference being the previous ones all grew out of control, and this one will never be more than the 5 people it is. Regulation is hard locked at what it is. We know who we are. We know what we want to make. We know how to make what we want to make. We know what our appetite for making stuff is. And so we are 100% in unison and clear-eyed about who we are and what we're going to do and what we're going to make. And so I don't even know if we've talked about it before, but we actually had an opportunity to be acquired early on. There was a company that was interested in buying us, really interested in buying us. They courted us. They offered us a lot of money. We were faced with the opportunity of launching Regulation as an owned by another entertainment company, and we thought long and hard about it, and then ultimately decided that we wanted to bet on us. So no, I don't think you'll see us be under corporate ownership or any other ownership outside of ourselves. Never say never. Who knows, you know? Somebody could come and offer us $500 million, you know? Could get one of those stupid Spotify $100 million deals. I don't think so. And I'm not looking for it, but, you know, I'm also not going to stand here and say that if somebody offered me $500 million, I wouldn't fucking change my mind, you know? I just don't think that's something that we need to be concerned with. We're extremely happy doing what we're doing at the size that we're doing it. I had somebody mention to me the other day, they were like, yeah, but you could do Haunter again. Could. Don't want to. Not looking to do anything that high touch anymore. No desire. No offense to any of my previous projects, but I'm making exactly what we want to make, how we want to make it. If anything, the only problem that we're having is just that we'd like to make more of the same, and we're just having trouble finding ways to release it.
Gather up some wood and steel at the machine yard. We can put them to good use. We can send some resources upstream too. There's a dam in the next region that could use our donation. All you need to do is plot a course from the machine yard to the eastern tunnel.
Okay. I guess that's it. I guess that's where we'll stop it. Let's see. This is what the world looks like. Let's go ahead and save. I think we're going to be at 14% is where we'll end it, I think. We started today at 10%. Maybe we'll be at 14% today. The best anything I've ever done is when it was just me and a handful of other people. 15%. I was close. Favorite video or podcast you made in Regulation and Fuckface so far? Oh, any of the drafts. The drafts are my favorite. The drafts and Sloppy Joe's Bingo and the podcast itself are my big three. How do you become a valuable company for somebody to buy? Make money. Have intellectual property that has value. Make money. Have an audience and a following, and have a genuine enthusiasm around your production. See you, Bob Buttons. Oh boy, I'm gonna miss my morning streams with y'all. Get really good at head bobbing. Probably won't get anything like it again. Not from us, for sure. I have no appetite to do Haunter again. I like to do an idea, do it well, maybe do it a second time to improve upon it, and then move on to the next idea. We did 2 seasons of Haunter. That feels like more than enough. We traveled the world doing it. I got that experience. I don't think a 3rd or a 4th season would be materially different unless we stumbled on actually finding a ghost, which, you know, easier said than done. Thank you so much, Aleph Harp. Yeah, I'll be back soon. I'll be back in a week or so. We have some ideas for Sunday driving in IRL that are on the board that'll go into the bit barrel. Got the bit barrel in. Bit barrel is physically in the building. I need to paint it, I think. It's black right now, but we have a giant-ass 55-gallon drum. Missing the sack pack. Sack pack will be back. Sack pack's in my closet right now. There you go. I was looking for a Zimmerable pack, but I'm not seeing anything in here. However, we'll open up a pack of Topps Heritage 2023 baseball. Let's see what we get. First time I've looked at or opened the sack pack in well over a year, I would say. What do we got? Francisco Alvarez, base rookie. I'm just going to show you hits. Drew Waters, base rookie. Israel Pineda, base rookie. Reed Detmer's rookie cup. This is 2023. Justin Steele, rookie. That's it. Fucking whole lot of nothing in that pack. Let's open one more. We'll do random. Just whatever we get, we get. Okay. We got NASCAR. I don't think I've ever opened a pack of NASCAR cards in my life. Certainly not this, whatever this brand is. Ooh, these are nice looking cards, though. Look at this, there. Foil. Nice. All right, let's see what we got. We got Race 28 in Phoenix. That was that one I just showed you. How about Alan Kulwicki of Alan Kulwicki Racing? Oh, here's Bill Elliott in the Bud car. Oh, yeah. This might be, actually, I'll look into that. Dale Earnhardt. He's dead. Hit my mic. The 93 fan favorite driver, who is... doesn't fucking say on the cover. It's Bill Elliott. Davey Allison. The Winston Cup. Here's a 3 for Teddy, Jerry, and Ed McClure. These guys are awesome. I wish that would focus. There you go. You can kind of see it there. These fucking lunatics. And that's it. There you go. 2 packs from the pack sack that hasn't been opened. The fucking... it's like opening a crypt. A bunch of moths and dust came out. There you have it. Little sack pack action for you before we take off. Keep in mind, the break show will return. It'll return by the end of the summer. I have 98% of it set up. We just need to connect it to a computer and get some longer cables, and we're ready to go. So if you're a fan of the break show, it will be back. I might not call it the break show anymore. I might call it the regulation closet. I've been thinking about that. And then we just open up the closet and whatever's in there is in there. Because I have like 3 years worth of mail from you guys that we haven't opened yet. I've held on to all of it. Anyway, I'm going to fuck off now. I got to get ready for Regulation Podcast. Be sure to listen next week on Wednesday. Regulation Podcast 61 comes out. Be sure to listen to So All Right if you get a chance. Good Morning Gustavo is in swing right now. Episode 2 comes out Monday. That's 3 weekly podcasts. I'm trying to cram down your throat right now, plus all of the regulation gameplays, plus the regulation supplementals, plus. I love you. Hope everybody has a great 4th of July. I will see you all on the other side of it. Ta-ta.